You've probably heard the buzzword smart contracts thrown around a lot, right? Especially in the crypto world. People call them revolutionary, a total game changer, but what are they really? What do they actually do? Let's cut through all the noise and get right to it. I want you to just imagine something for a second. What if a contract didn't need a lawyer or a bank or a judge to make sure everyone holds up their end of the deal? What if the agreement itself could automatically make things happen, with nobody in the middle? That's the huge idea we're going to unpack today.
So when you strip it all down, a smart contract is exactly that, a tiny computer program. You can think of it like a regular paper contract, but instead of legal jargon, it's written in code. And instead of a filing cabinet, it's stored on a blockchain. That one little difference, well, it changes absolutely everything.
To really get why this is such a big deal, we need to talk about a problem that affects all of us, pretty much every day, even if we don't notice it. It's the middleman problem. And to make it super clear, we're going to use an example I think you'll know. Okay, so Kickstarter. Most of us have seen it, maybe even backed a cool project. It's a great platform for creators to get funding from people who believe in their idea. But Kickstarter itself, it's playing a really specific role here. It's acting as the trusted third party, the middleman.
The whole thing works on trust. See, as a supporter, you don't send your money directly to the creator. You send it to Kickstarter. They hold it. The creator just has to trust that if they hit their funding goal, Kickstarter will hand over the money. Both sides are basically just placing their faith in this one company to do the right thing.
But what if we could just get rid of that need to trust a company? This is the light bulb moment for smart contracts. They give us a totally new way to do this, where the whole agreement is run by computer code, not by a corporation.
So it really comes down to this choice. Do you want to trust a company, a group of people, to follow the rules correctly? Or do you want to trust a piece of code that literally has to follow the rules it was given? It has no other choice. That is the fundamental shift we're talking about.
And here's how this new way works. It's brilliant. Supporters send their money directly to the smart contract. The code itself holds onto the funds. And then, if the funding goal is met, that's a rule written into the code, bam! The contract automatically sends the money to the creator. If the goal isn't met, poof, it automatically refunds every single supporter. The key takeaway here is that no single person is in control. There's no one to make a mistake, no one to change their mind. It's a system built on pure, unchangeable logic instead of human trust. Pretty awesome, right? And hey, if you're finding this explainer valuable, make sure you subscribe to the Priyank Gada channel for more breakdowns like this.
Okay, so I know what you might be thinking. We've just swapped a company for a computer program. Why on earth should we trust this piece of code any more than a well-known company like Kickstarter? That is a totally fair question.
And the answer is all about where these smart contracts live, on a blockchain. Because they live there, they get these two incredible superpowers. First, they are immutable. That's just a fancy way of saying once a smart contract is out there, its code can never be changed, ever. And second, they're distributed. This means the contract's result has to be checked and approved by thousands of computers all over the network, not just one.
So what do those two things mean for you and me? It means tampering with the contract is almost impossible. No single person, not even the original programmer, can sneak in and change the rules later. No one can force the money to go to the wrong place because the entire network would see it, call it out, and reject it.
So Kickstarter is a perfect example, but this idea is so much bigger. The potential to remove the middleman, it's in almost every industry you can think of.
I mean, just think about it. Banks could use this to issue loans, with payments automatically handled by the contract. Insurance companies could process a claim the instant a flight is officially marked as canceled. You could even imagine a postal service where payment is automatically released the second a package is scanned, delivered. The list just goes on and on.
All right, so where does this technology actually exist? Where can you find it? Well, a few different blockchains have this capability. There's one that is without a doubt the leader of the pack. The Ethereum network. It was literally built from the ground up for this. Supporting smart contracts is its main purpose. Now, Bitcoin has some very limited ability to do this, but really, Ethereum is the home for this technology. It's the go-to platform.
And here's a little fun fact for you. The contracts on Ethereum are usually written in a special programming language called Solidity. It was created just for this, and kind of looks like JavaScript, if you're familiar with that.
So that's the core idea, and it leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about. When you look at the world around you, at all the services that depend on some central trusted party, what other middlemen could be replaced by just a few lines of code? Thanks so much for watching this explainer.
If you want more breakdowns of complex topics just like this one, be sure to subscribe to the Priyank Gada channel. I'll see you in the next one.